All right, we're recording here with Quin Blanding. How you been, Quin?
I've been well. Just living my best life, honestly. How have you been?
I've been great. Yeah, just it's been a lot of family time, which has been awesome. Wouldn't normally have that, so this has kind of
Yeah,
been a
absolutely.
blessing.
Yeah.
So what have you been up to?
Just the basics, training, working out, being around family as well, seeing my nieces and nephews all the time, hanging out with them. And like you said, we don't get it too much often, especially with, training and football going on. I'm always probably gone or, at the facility. So, I'm just glad to be home with family.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you doing this with me. It's been fun catching up with former athletes and just kind of reminiscing about some old times and that sort of thing. So this has been
Oh,
kind of
no,
a
yeah,
fun process.
definitely. I've been
So
watching these little stories as well. So then the little photos, we already talked about the little photos with the, your two youngest ones, and I just love them. So
yeah.
I definitely had to do this.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll pull one of the photos up that they did with you, with your photo in a minute, and we'll go through. We'll see who did it better. All right. Anything? Let's do. What's your favorite thing you've done while being quarantined? Anything special?
Honestly, it's nothing. Just been doing the same thing. Hanging with family, watching movies. The norm, honestly. But playing the game as well. But that's just the normal things to do, honestly.
Have you learned any new skills? Like I've learned to cook during this whole time, and I'm getting really good at NBA 2K20 on PS4. So
I've been stepping my cooking game up a little bit, but that's just coming before all of this going on. But honestly, I've definitely picked up a few books, and I've definitely been doing a lot of research on a lot of different things that I'm very interested in. So I can't say I haven't done nothing, but I've done a little bit of stuff.
all right. All right, well, let's roll into it here. Let me share the screen with you, and we'll get started. All right, here's the first one. This was one of my favorites.
I
Fun.
remember this.
Yeah, so this was just kind of a random idea we had, Luke Goldstein and
Yeah.
Kyle
And
K2.
Kyle,
Yeah.
K2, yep.
So yeah, we went into this is the photo workroom at Scott Stadium, and it
It's
was
Scott
super
Stadium.
cold. I remember it being
Hmm.
very cold in there when we did this, but some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, I
Um,
remember. I forgot. I remember K2 and Luke was just like, "What if we projected something?" I was like, "Huh?" And we just went at it, and we just started trying stuff. And I was like, "All right, cool, let's do it." I didn't know, and y'all were just shooting away over there, and it turned out really good though.
yeah, this one was cool, and then this one I like this one too.
Oh yeah, no one ever sees this one.
Yeah, that one never saw the light of day. So this might be the first time revealing this shot
No,
right
I
here.
think
So
I think so. I think it's the first shot that anyone has ever seen this. I'm gonna need this one after this too, because I haven't even seen this one myself.
yeah,
I forgot we even did that one.
I'll send that to you. And while we've got it up on the screen, let's talk about Scott Stadium.
Yes,
Do
sir.
you have a favorite memory of Scott Stadium or a favorite game, or just what was your favorite thing about it?
I think it was my first year. I think when we played Louisville. Louisville was like ranked 17, I think, at the time, and they came in and it was a hype game, and we won that game actually against Louisville. And I just remember having some big key stops in that game, and just to hear the crowd at Scott Stadium go crazy, and it just felt so good to be there. Then I think actually my first game too as well in UCLA, I think it really woke me up as to what college football was and to be in the stadium. I've always sat in the corner back there behind our goalposts, as a recruit, and just seeing, the atmosphere there and just hearing the people talk about it, but actually running through the tunnel and actually playing my first snap of football in college, it definitely is. It's home. And then now to see where it is now, yeah, it definitely gets my adrenaline pumping still to this day.
I was going to say I've seen you on the sideline a couple times since you finished up. You seem like you had a good time.
I absolutely. It's just the energy that's been built and that's still there and that's created with the guys that are there now, and it's just something that you have to experience when you're there. Like, you can see it on TV, hear it on TV, but you won't get the true experience until you're there. And so that's what I love about Scott Stadium.
Yeah, it's and you helped build that. That was you, man. You came back and helped build the foundation. So
yeah, it definitely was great. But we just did what the people did before us, the greats before us, so we just continued a tradition that was there before us, but just was lost a little bit. But, we brought it back, and now Virginia's Virginia now.
All right. Well, while we still got the projector, I got to throw this one up. Carter and Evan here. They're
I love these photos that y'all do. It's just, you just see how excited these two little guys are, and it's just that they're, of course they're with dad as well, but it's just cool to see that they take our photos and try to redo them. And I just love watching them, because it's just so unique and different that you don't ever see this every day. And so that's why I love these photos this much, because they really like do the best that they can, and it still looks good in my opinion. I think this is the best photo to me.
Well, of course. Yeah, they've really taken it to another level in the last few weeks. They've started to really try to reenact them. So
I love it. I love it. I think that's the best thing, honestly.
All right, let's see what else we got here. I'm gonna say this is one of my favorite shots of you right here with Coach Mendenhall. This is after, because you don't see that side of Coach Mendenhall very often, right there.
You don't, not at all. And I just remember that time. Last year, we were going 2-10. We weren't winning much. And then, people said, oh, we're winning. And our biggest thing was Virginia wins again. And we just kept winning again and again and again. And I don't think people understood the joy and the pride that we took in winning. And once we won that 5th game, it was like, I knew we were going to keep on winning at this rate. And it just felt good. And to be with Coach Mendenhall, to see him smile, because that's a smile that many people don't get to see. So I'm glad it's captured, and so now I have that memory of Coach Mendenhall forever.
All right, this was after that. This is in the locker room. What was it like when, I've been in there and I've been soaked with the Gatorade. What's it like after coming together with your team and celebrating like that?
It's the best feeling, honestly. This is just one moment that once you win after a hard-fought game and you win a game with your brothers next to you, let's celebrate. Let's have fun. And that's been our tradition forever. And we're going to celebrate and we're going to have fun together. And it just brings us together even more to show, like, we can keep doing this. If we keep partying like this, each game after this is going to look just like this.
Yeah, I had a hard time finding you in any of these photos. Now, did you like to hide off in the background, or do you like to get right in the middle of the?
Well, I'm probably there somewhere. I'm probably just tired, though, somewhere. So I threw a cup of water, and then after that, I'm probably sitting down somewhere getting ready to take a shower and get on the bus and get ready to get some sleep or something.
This is one of my let's talk about the Boise State game. Huge game for the program. Nobody expected this coming in. Let's talk about that a little bit.
At all. And I just remember the time before we left the hotel for this game, me and Micah sitting in the hot tub, warming up, getting ready, getting loose. And we were talking like, we got to win this game. Like, if this is going to stamp our season, this is going to be the game to really stamp it. Because we know this is a time when Boise State hasn't lost on their home field in some years. And so we was like, blue turf is not going to phase us. We know Boise State's going to run hurry up, and we're ready for it, and we got to go out there and win. And I just remember this play they ran a reverse, and they looked like they was going to get it, but I was just diagnosing the play and just made the play with Micah, and we just, as a big 4th down stop that we needed to continue our momentum, and we went down and scored after that. So I'm just blessed that it happened, and just instincts kicked in, and we was ready to go.
This was in the locker room after that game. This is one of my favorite memories as a photographer. Going in that locker room, I was just unreal. And you put the sticker up on the ceiling, and
yeah, I remember that. Everyone, you look on the ceiling before the game, and it was like a lot of stickers up there. We was like, we gotta put a sticker up there. And so this is probably where I normally am, in the cut somewhere where we're about to throw the water. So this is probably the only photo you probably can get, because you see the water in my hand.
Right.
But right after that, you probably gonna see me ducked off somewhere like this and just hiding.
Now, did you have, let's see, did you have a favorite road stadium that you played in? I like this photo of you. I
I
believe
like
this is a,
that one. I was about to say the one in Oregon. That was a really tough one. I just, that's coming off of, an injury, still injured at this moment, but I won't gonna let that stop me, honestly. And I was just ready to play. I've always watched Oregon on TV, and I was like, always wanted to play against them. Always wanted to go to that stadium and play against them. But it was just a true honor to walk through that stadium and to play that game. I see you had one with a headset on. I think I remember that photo shoot.
all right, yeah, that's what I was going to get into the photo shoots here. So what was happening? What was the story behind this?
I can't remember, but I remember we were doing something and I seen the headset and someone was like, I was like, I'm gonna make the plays too. I'm gonna call the plays in because they always joke me because I always tell them like, I call the plays in the game.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I apologize. And so I did the game and we seen that, they had a bunch of stuff sitting out like props and stuff. And I was like, I'm gonna put the headset on because I'm the player, but I'm also calling the plays. So I'm like, I'm gonna just do it all. So I'm gonna put the headset on and act like I'm actually calling a play and playing football. So this was actually a funny shoot. I remember this shoot.
Yeah, this is I don't know what this is, but
Yeah, I don't remember this one, but we were in the indoor and we were just trying stuff. And I think I was just jumping because someone else was jumping. I think it was Smoke was jumping too. And so I was like, I'm going to jump with Smoke too, just to get photos of it. And it's just funny.
Yeah, Smoke had a pretty good one because I can see the mat over here off to the side that I guess
You see it. Yep. And it just, I'm going for it. And I was like, you know what? Just toss me the ball. I'm going to just dive and catch it too as well.
Yeah, that was a good shoot. We had a bunch of guys in there
funny.
that day.
Yeah, we did. We were going at it.
Let's talk about these guys right here. I mean, that's just tough right there.
Yeah, that's the photo there. I definitely, those are my guys there. I still talk to both of those guys to this day. Every day. Kurt's about to be a dad, so he doesn't talk too much now. So he's in that process, in that phase. So
he's really not going to talk in a couple of months.
In a couple months. So I'm trying to get all my talking in now to him. I talk to Mike all the time too as well. So we're still all pretty close, and this just really solidified who we were as a team right here, as us three as on the team together. So it was great.
Yeah, this was one of my favorites from the shoot here. This is a good time.
I'm always, going to bring, smiles and joy to it regardless. And, I'm going to always have fun with the photo shoots. I've definitely been blessed by you to have, to take all these photos and, because a lot of people just see me on the field and just see how serious I am always on the field. But, I'm always smiling and laughing, as you can see. So
that's what I was going to say. I had a couple of these. I mean, I have a lot of photos of you smiling and just talk about how just trying to have fun out there and trying to keep it light.
Oh, absolutely. We've been through a lot at UVA. So, I've had rough seasons. I had okay seasons. I had good seasons. So it's like, at the end of the day, you got to have fun playing this game. Because once you lose that fun, then that's when you stop playing who you are and stop being who you are. So I knew one thing about me, I wasn't going to stop playing and I wasn't going to stop smiling. So before the game, after the game, during the game, I'm going to have fun regardless. And I'm always going to bring the energy and keep bringing the energy because my team relied on it.
All right. Now, what about, I loved when you started wearing this. It was always made the photo pop. What was the story behind the orange camo?
So I've always worn long sleeves. I mean, a lot of photos you're going to see, I wear long sleeves. And so my dad, he wanted to try something new, honestly. And we were just having different shirts and stuff made. So I was like, he made a camo shirt. And I was like, I need one of those. And he was just like, yeah. He was like, I'm going to wear it in the game. He was like, no, you're not. I was like, I'm going to wear it. I said, just get it to me before the game and I'm going to wear this shirt. And they allowed me to wear the shirt. So So I was just like, I'm gonna wear it. And then after that, I just kept wearing it.
All right. So now you said you played in long sleeves all the time. Was there a reason for that or just
Nah, it just was my choice of of swag of what, everyone else said. That was just my choice of attire. I just always loved wearing long sleeves, you know, so especially I've somehow always got cuts on my arms. So sometimes I used to hide my cuts under my long sleeves. So they ain't had to take me out the game and do extra stuff. So I just rather wear a long sleeve to hide it from them.
All right. So I got a question. What's worse, 100 degrees or like freezing cold like this at the this was the worst game I've ever shot.
That's actually a really nice photo because I haven't even seen this photo. That's a nice photo. I honestly, because I don't know if you remember, I went out there and warmed up with no shirt on. I had no shirt on this game, well, warming up this game, because I remember Kurt used to do it all the time. So I was like, Kurt Gardner. So I was like, I'm going to do it with him. He's out there warming up other people. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do it with him this time. You know, last game, might as well go out. But actually, it wasn't that bad. Like during the day, it wasn't that bad. But once the sun started setting just a little bit, yeah, it started to get a little cold in that stadium. But it, you know, at that time your adrenaline's pumping and I'm just hot. And so I'm like, you know, it's okay at this rate. So it wasn't that bad, you know, to me it wasn't, but everyone in the stands, you could tell they were cold though.
I was so cold, man. I've never been that cold in my life.
Yeah, that was different there. I remember that. I remember my family still talks about that game to this day.
All right, talk about this one. This was the interception return. Who was this against?
Duke.
Duke.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I see it back there.
Yep, Daniel Jones.
Do you remember that play? Do you remember it well?
Yeah, I remember it very well. I remember it was in some type of, you know, quarter defense, and I remember that Bryce tipped the ball, and I just happened to be over top breaking on another route. I saw ball, got ball, and I just remember running. And I remember I just knew I had to score at that moment. Like, I'm right there. I was like, you know what? I got to score at this rate. It just had to happen, and I just scored. And that was like my first time as a pick six. And so after that, I was challenging myself every week to try to get another one. Because it's definitely a great feeling to, you know, to score on defense and, you know, to be the guy that scores.
So what's the better feeling? Big tackle, like you know, stop somebody on fourth down, or interception? What pumps you up the most?
That's tough because a big stop on fourth down, it's kind of important because I remember, what was it, Georgia Tech, my sophomore year, I think, and I had a big stop on fourth down when they were driving the ball on us to score to win the game, basically. And I remember I had a stop on like a key big fourth down that led us to win the game. And I don't know. I think anything at that fourth down rate is amazing. If it's a pick or a big hit or a big stop. So, you know, I'm a fan of all of it.
Let's I always like these photos. I have a couple different ones. This one, and there's one I believe in the end zone of Virginia Tech that I liked a lot. But just kind of talk about, you know, preparation for the game. What are your thoughts here?
You know, right now I'm just thanking the Lord, honestly, to clear my mind, to allow me to just go out there and, you know, and just play me, you know, have my mind free from every distraction, you know, allow me to live in the moment that's right now, and just allow me to go out there and just finish the game, play hard, and just keep it going. Because, you know, a lot of distractions, you know, can create in, you know, halftime or before the game. So you just got to be ready to let all that go. And that's what I do right here. I let it all go right here, and then I put all my talents on the field.
All right, let's talk about off the field a little bit. Talk about the work you guys put in the weight room, academics. Just talk about juggling all of that.
It's definitely, you know, it's tough. You know, it's the University of Virginia. You know, we got a tough, you know, academic program, but, you know, it's going to set you up in the long run for a lot that's going on. And then, you know, of course, like you said, you know, that's study hall. That's old Quin right there. That's first year Quin right there. But, you know, you just got to be ready and prepared to, you know, to work. That's all. If you're willing to work and put the work in, you know, the results are going to come. And that's really young Quin. I don't have any tattoos for real. Dang, that's really young me there. But no, you just got to be ready to know, just to be ready to study, be ready to work hard, because, you know, nothing's going to be given to you. You know, you've already have a target on your back, you know, being an athlete at any school, you know. they're looking for you to, to just say, oh, I'm here to play sports, but, you got to do the school work as well. Then you got to be prepared to train that well to, to be the best. So that's what I did.
Let's go here. Let's see. Your all-time tackle leader, right? Just what does that mean to you?
It's amazing, honestly. It's just what I'm good at. If I see ball, I go get ball. So you ain't got to worry about, me missing a lot of tackles, and I just go. And once I see the ball, I'm there. If someone's not going to make it, I know I'm going to make it, So that was my motto, honestly. And, just to have that record, it's amazing, because I know for a while it's not going to be broken right now as well. So I'm just, I'm thankful living on the glory of it, to keep that in my spirits, but, one day I know it's going to be broken and it's going to be another great tackler just like me to come through there.
That's another pretty good player right there in this photo with you right there. Two of the best to ever do it at UVA, right, in that same photo.
Yeah, that's my guy right there, Bryce Hall. I'm happy for him. I'm nothing but just cheers for him, because I remember when he first came in, and I remember to the time he left. So it's like it's great to see the guys that you played with, you kind of coached, and you mentored with them, and kind of helped them groove a little bit. But hey, I'm just glad he's there, and I'm glad he's in a position where he is.
How about this photo? Look at this guy. Man,
so travel guy, yeah, I think that's the start of my caveman look. That's when I really didn't really care about like my hair and stuff. I used to just like, you know what, I'm a caveman it out, and that was me. But what's funny about this photo, this is a great photo. I'm gonna need all these photos, but what makes this photo even funnier is in the background is Chris Moore, Chuck, and Nino in the background trying to take a photo for Instagram or something back there. That's what's funny about this photo. It's a nice photo of me, but them three in the background is so funny to me in this photo.
I tell you now, I have, these guys coming out on the plane now, like they get in their own groups together. They get their poses. Charles Snowden was telling me, we all sit in the hangar and wait till everybody's together so we can come out. And
no, that's what it's all about. It's about having fun still. Even though we still got a job to do, and we got to go out there and play hard and be ready to go. But you got to have fun. You got to still live your life to the fullest. And they say you dress good, you play good. So hey, that's how it is.
Now this was one of my this was one of my favorites. Pretty touching moment right here.
Yeah, I think. Was this after Georgia? Yeah, this was after the Georgia Tech game. After the Georgia Tech game, my last year. And I just remember we just had a great game that game. And I remember that was the game that sealed the deal for us. And that was just an emotional moment for me, because we worked so hard from my first year till all the way to my senior year. So it was like, it was just a blessing that, we were going to experience what a bowl game was at the end of the day. And so we marked off one check of that day, and now we just had to go finish one more. That's all it was.
Yeah, this one, I like this one too in the locker room. This is good.
It was just a tough – it was a long game, that game, because I remember they kind of started to come back a little bit, and then after that we just started pulling away even more and more. And I just remember I kept telling Big Kurt, just play. And just play, and let's win this game. And I just know when we came in the locker rooms together, we always celebrated with each other. And, so it was definitely a great time, to seal that deal at home at that rate. And then I remember we was going bowling. That's the best thing about it.
Yeah, these were tough photos, because this is obviously right at the end. So
yeah.
Just talk about not only Micah. I mean, you guys did a lot. I mean, you helped put the program back. You shouldered a lot of that. Just kind of talk about him a little bit, and that decision to come back and to get the program to where it is.
Yeah. So everyone knows Micah's a smart, intelligent guy, but on the football field, he's that dude. And me and him always been a tag team partner, and we've always played off each other. And one thing about him, You know, if I'm not getting the job done, he's going to pick me up. If he's not going to get the job done, I'm going to pick him up. And one thing about us, we kept fighting. And I remember we was talking through the process of what we were going to do. And I remember him telling me he was going to stay. And I'm like, I have no idea what I want to do. And then he would just, you know, just stay with me, you know what I mean? And then, you know, I decided to stay. And, you know, after that, it was me and him. And I mean, of course, other guys on the team that was there with us, but me and him we just formed that bond because you can see when we play together, we're unstoppable. Between us two, is on that defense, it's hard to get past us because we're both intelligent for the game and we have high IQs and we just knew what to do. And so this picture right here is just an emotional photo just because, you know, we're getting blown out at this rate and, you know, time is ticking and, you know, we're coming down to the last, you know, end of our games. But, you know, it was a great experience to, you know, to be there with him and, you know, play all those years together with him.
Now this one, you know, you see the little tear running down the cheek right here. This is, how tough was that to know that was, you know, the end? Like
it was kind of sad, you know, it definitely the way we went out, but, you know, more importantly, it's just all my blood, sweat, and tears, you know, that went into this program and to see where the program is and where we got it to, and then to have the last actual final game of your career, you know, it was just emotional because, you know, you weren't going to get these times back again. You know, even if you could try to change anything, it already happened. So it was just an emotional time, but it definitely was a great emotional time because after that, you know, I was all smiles and, you know, happy again. But it's the only time you're going to see me down and crying. But after that, you know, I was definitely smiling and in joy.
All right, we got a couple more here. Let's just family shot senior day here. Like just
oh yeah, absolutely.
Talk about the support of the family. Just, you know.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It was tremendous. You know, they were always at every game. You know, they traveled a lot to, you know, Oregon, you know, UCLA. They traveled to Boise State. They traveled wherever I went. So, you know, the support of my family, you know, it's just been tremendous. And I love those guys. And, you know, they've always had my back, no matter, you know, good years, bad years, you know, great years. And so I'm just thankful. I'm just very thankful for, you know, my family. You know, they put me in a position to keep doing what I was doing. So I'm just thankful for them.
I always loved the jersey. The jersey, you know, any road game, you know, I always had to find – I got a ton of shots of that.
I seen that, and I posted one on Father's Day, and I was like, my dad always had the different gear that you would never see, but you always knew who dad it was because of either the jersey or the shirts or something new he had coming up with. So I was just like, that's my dad, and everyone knew him. So I'm like, hey, that's him.
Yeah, you know, road games, like every time there'd be a touchdown or something or a big play, and if I'm turning around to shoot the crowd, I always know he's going to have arms up and cheering. So there's always
something. He's going to have something. You know, he's been, you know, in football since he was little. You know, he was one of the greats around here in my area as well. And so, you know, he just loves the game, and, you know, he loves that. You know, I've loved the game as well. And, you know, we've always had a great connection there with football. And, you know, he's always been my supporter. So, you know, we just always laugh and joke about, you know, all his photos he gets tagged in because people really know who he is by what he wears and how he's going to react to a certain play. All
right, let's I always ask everybody my last question is always, if you can give like your recruiting pitch, you're going to help Coach Mendenhall out, try to land the recruit. What's the best thing? How can you sum it up to best way to come to University of Virginia?
The best thing I could say in my recruiting pitch, you know, to get kids to Virginia is that if you want to win, come to Virginia. At the end of the day, you're not going to find a better coaching staff. You're not going to find a better, you know, team atmosphere. Scott Stadium is by far the best stadium I've been in. And, you know, you just got to be ready to work. At the end of the day, they're not going to sugarcoat nothing. The best man's going to play. And if you want a great education at the end of the day, Virginia is the way. That's all I'm gonna say. But, you know, I've definitely pushed people all the time. You know, if you really want to go somewhere where it matters, where you matter, where you're gonna actually work for something, then let's go to Virginia. Let's go win us, some ACC championships, and let's go win us some bowl games.
Yeah. What do you see? What do you see for this year? You got how's the squad going to be?
Right there, holding up a trophy next time like that, though. They're going to be holding up a trophy like that, because I believe in the program. I believe in Coach Mendenhall. I believe in the AD. They work hand in hand together, and, I know the team is ready. I know the coaching staff is ready. I know Coach Mendenhall is really ready, and, so I'm not worried at all. I'm not worried. If you're worried, then, that's on everybody else, but I'm not worried because I know the type of work it takes. I know the type of playing ability you got to have. I know the type of player you got to be once you step on that field, and it's all dominance there.
Yeah, I think they've got it built.
Absolutely. I think so.
How when they finally beat Tech this year, what was going through your head?
Woo, I had a lot of backlash when they beat Tech. And I didn't care because I went on Instagram Live as soon as I watched the game. I turned the game off. I didn't cut the game on. I turned the game off like 5 times throughout the game just because I was just so angry at some things. And then when we won, I couldn't stop gloating about it. I couldn't. I just for the simple fact is that I know like all the hard work we've done put in to try to accomplish that after so many years. And it never worked, but to see these guys do it, it just felt good as an alumni and as a fan of, the program and of those kids. And yeah, I was letting the Virginia Tech fans have it, honestly. And, and it's okay. And that's on me. But, all they kept saying was their biggest thing was, you haven't beat them in 4 years. You're right. I did it. And I acknowledge that. I'm not blind to the fact. But what I'm saying is y'all lost this year. So just take the L and just, just hang on to it for a little while. Then we can come back next year and we can talk again. But other than that, I'm just happy for the guys. I'm happy for the program. And I definitely think, for the years to come, that all them years and we're about to flip the table. We're going to have a 14-year period at this rate. And then I want to see how they feel when it comes down to it.
It's coming. All right. Well, everything going well? Training, everything good? You ready?
Yeah, absolutely. Everything's going great. I'm just ready to get back out there as well, and and show them what I got as well in the next level.
All right, we're looking forward to it.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm cheering for you, and I appreciate you doing this. This was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. You know that I'm always down to do all this type of stuff. It's fun. It's definitely a side to show that people don't really know of me. A lot of people just think, oh, he just plays football. He's so serious. No, I'm always laughing. I'm always smiling. I'm always joking around just because you got to have fun doing this. If you're not having fun doing this, then I don't know why you're doing it at this rate.
That's right. All right. Well, I'll send you a link with the photos. All right.
Okay. I appreciate that.
All right. Well, thanks for doing this.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Talk to you soon.
All right.